Hello, everyone. How are you? I'm Andreas Batakis, and I'm a mindset coach. And this is
Nectaria Claditis, an energy leadership coach.
what happened to the peak performance part?
Yeah, it's all part of the leadership.
I love it. Okay, so welcome to Say Net to Life. Today, we want to speak about how this work is important. And when I say this work, I mean working on yourself, working on ourselves, raising our energy level, and being able to respond to situations rather than react to situations. Because a reaction is something that happens automatically without having to think about it, right? Like if something causes you pain, you probably will get angry and annoyed. So that's a reaction. But a response would be to stop and think, why is this causing you pain and how you can deal with it? How does it sound, Nectaria?
I think what you're trying to say is that you have to step out of the box, keep some distance, and see the situation from an outside perspective rather than being caught up in the situation in the heat of the moment.
Yes and no. Yes, as far as being able not to control yourself and not being caught up in the moment, but it's basically how you deal with things, not when they don't go according to plan, but when they actually go exactly the opposite. So this week, believe it or not, I had to be escorted by security away from a building.
Why?
Well, there was a situation where, and this is on the real estate side of the business, there was a situation where we were visiting a unit that my client has bought, and the tenant would not open the door for us to enter the unit. The tenant that is supposed to be moving out before my client gets the keys for his new unit. So as we were there, and then we had the key, but the door was also locked from the inside. When I contacted the representative of the owner of the condo, the seller, to say that we had this difficulty of getting to the condo unit, I was reassured that this tenant works long hours and he sleeps, very heavily, so he may not hear us. So the recommendation was to keep on banging on the door until he opens the door.
And that you bought into that story?
Yes, because I have an open mind, despite the fact that it was uncomfortable. But guess what happened after a few minutes of us banging on the door?
Security came and took you out.
Exactly.
No surprises there.
Exactly. Now, was I upset that security came to escort me for the first time in my life ever out of a space? No. I actually thanked them for being very professional, for coming and doing their job. They were very courteous, very polite, but very firm. And I explained the situation because I didn't want my client to feel any more uncomfortable than he already was feeling. And you know what? My client, my guy, was very happy with the whole situation and how it was handled. The security was very happy with the way that we reacted, and it was all done in a very nice and polite manner. And a few days later, we actually did get into the condo to see it and inspect it, despite the fact that it wasn't on the day that was planned or how it was planned, but it did happen. And the beauty in all this thing, what was the beauty in all this thing, Victoria?
That you didn't tell the security guard off?
Not only that I stayed cool like a cucumber, as they say, cool-headed, level-headed, positive, just dealt with the situation. And my client actually thanked me at the end of it and apologized to me, my client, for what I had experienced. And despite the fact that I said to him, it wasn't and you don't have to apologize about something. It was not on you or on us. It was an outside situation, but we handled it and it's all good. This is the power of being able to respond, instead of reacting to a situation. Instead of me getting angry, starting to shout to the security guards, starting to shout over the phone to the representative of the seller, instead of me acting like that, which of course would aggravate the situation further. It would have zero result, only negative result, and it would actually impact my client and friend negatively. Instead of that, I remained focused, I remained positive,
And cool as a cucumber.
and cool as a cucumber. You got that right. What do you have to say?
Scientifically, because we did your energy assessment and we did the debrief last week, there's an explanation for this. And the explanation is that your energy level, your level of consciousness, your self-awareness is at a level 5. This level is a very anabolic level. It's very high up in the chart because the chart, the scale is up to 7. So you are a number 5. A number 5 energy leader sees opportunities everywhere. So what does that mean? You also had a stressor. When you are confronted with a stressor, your energy assessment showed that yes, you do fall into a catabolic state, but you rebound almost instantly. So this is no surprise that you were faced with adversity, you were faced with a problem, you were faced with a situation. There's no surprise that you handled it the way that you did. Now, where is the teaching in this? The teaching, I think, is that people that are not at this level have an opportunity to kind of think about it and see how they can achieve a result like this. Because when we do have these results, you let your internal reality dictate your external reality. So as you described, you were not frustrated, you weren't angry, you handled it cool as a cucumber, which meant that everything went smoothly. If you didn't react that way, if you decided to tell off the security guard, tell off the seller, tell off the tenant, start yelling, start doing all, you could have ruined the potential sale of the condo. You could have caused friction between your client and yourself, between yourself and the security guard. Anyways, it's a chain reaction all around. So it shows that your level of energy, your level of consciousness, you've done a lot of work on yourself to be able to handle a situation this way. Is it possible for everyone? You were never like this. You were also taught to be this way. So it wasn't that you woke up one day and you said, oh, whatever happens, I'm going to handle it like it's not going to affect me at all. Yeah. This is what
That's not how it happens.
This is what coaching does. So you are privileged in a sense that you had this awareness, you did work on yourself, and now your level of being, your state of consciousness is so high that you create your reality and you see your reality in a way that nothing can affect you, or you don't react in situations, which just means that you create your success, you create your freedom, you create your prosperity. Everything has to do with how we feel, and then how you feel, you create your own reality. So you chose to see this as an opportunity, and you made it into an opportunity to show that you can solve problems, and something that could have been, a bad situation, you probably made it into an opportunity, into a great situation.
It's true.
I know it's true.
And then, and it also ties into the fact that our life is a composition of days,
of moments.
So if every single day we allow something that happens, if we allow ourselves to react in a way that makes us feel bad, that makes us feel angry, and we stay in that state of mind, we just ruin our day. So how many days do you want to ruin out of your life because of something outside that happened outside of you that was not under your control in the first place, but you allowed it to actually ruin your day? And then you look back at your life at some point and you go, oh, my life has been really bad. Has it though? It's about how you have reacted to every single thing that happens every single day. This is what dictates really at the end of the day whether you live a happy life or an unhappy life. It's the level of energy that you allow yourself to stay in for longer. And trust me, it's not all sunshine and rainbows, right? There's going to be bad days. There's going to be bad moments. The point is not to allow something that happened for 5 minutes during one day to ruin the whole day or the whole week. Because if you are the type of person that you allow yourself to be annoyed from every single thing that happens in your life, and you need like a week to recover, then it's very unlikely that you will feel good the majority of the time. And you deserve to feel good, right? We did not come on this earth, on this planet, to feel bad.
So I think what you're saying is,
I love it when you say, I think what you're saying.
I think what you're saying is, what you're saying is common sense. But in reality, although it's common sense, we don't act like it when the going gets tough, in layman terms. So we use a lot of terminology about, energy, consciousness. For some people, this is all woo-woo language. And in reality, it just means your awareness. And yes, you do need awareness, and there are tools to get you there. It's not that you're just going to wake up one morning and you're going to decide that nothing is going to bother me. There's specific tools and there's specific assessments, and there's a whole, toolbox of things that we can do to get you to this level. And when you get to this level, what does that mean? That means that you have success in your business, success in your life, satisfaction, and it affects, because your life is not just work or just home or just family. Your life is one. It's all interconnected. So when you have a higher state of being, a higher energy level, higher consciousness, in essence, it's just awareness. When you're able to choose your own internal state, that will affect your whole life externally. So we decide if we're going to view the world through rose-colored tinted glasses or through blue tinted glasses or through whatever. The problem is to be able to choose rather than to go by default.
Lovely. Okay. I think that's a wrap for today. We're looking forward to hearing what you have to say. You know how to reach us. And we just want to basically to encourage you to say yes to life, and specifically to a happy life.
And I think we should, I will place a link in the show notes for the leadership assessment. This will define and show your exact levels of energy, whoever is interested. And from there, we can also discuss tools on how to increase your state of being, your level of awareness, your consciousness, and all the good tools that help you get into position of choosing and responding rather than reacting.
I want to make a pop culture reference here.
What's that?
Our toolbox and our method that we have created for the Say Nay to Life movement is like the utility belt that Batman has. You know how Batman in the comics and in the movies, any situation, no matter what happens, he will reach to his utility belt and he will come up of it with a tool that will help him defeat the villain or get out of a difficult position. That's what we offer, the utility belt that Batman has.
So the hardest part is finding your blind spots. But as soon as we find your blind spots and as soon as you have awareness, everything else is just part of the game. And as soon as you have the awareness, you are privileged because you know that there's something better out there for you.
I don't like it. I love it.
Until next time.
Remember, take care of yourselves always and say yes to your life.
Bye for now.